So hello friends, we'll be speaking about the boundaries of the deep perineal space, perineal membrane as well as the superficial perineal membrane. We'll be studying all the boundaries of these spaces. So first we'll be dealing about the deep perineal space which is present above. So in the deep perineal space, we'll classify it and we'll study deeply. So look at this. So first the structure passing above, structure passing on each side, and structure passing to its anterior, as well as the structure passing below it. Okay, so we'll see all these structures. So above it has pelvic diaphragm, and on the each side there is presence of the istiopubic ramus, and on the anterior side there is a gap between the anterior pubic ligament as well as the perineal membrane, but on the below side there is presence of the perineal membrane. On the each side there is istiopubic ramus. On the anterior side there is a gap between anterior pubic ligament and the perineal membrane. And below there is perineal membrane. So the hint is PIP, P-I-P-P. That means pelvic diaphragm, istiopubic ramus, perineal membrane, and also the pubic ligament and the perineal membrane. So the hint is PIP. Okay. Now we'll see the structures in the perineal membrane, the boundaries of the perineal membrane. So before going to perineal membrane, we look at the diagram of the deep perineal space. So you can see a space here, you can see a space here. This space is called as a deep perineal space. So on the above you have the pelvic diaphragm. On the above you have the pelvic diaphragm. Then on the each side you have the istiopubic ramus. You have the istiopubic ramus on the each side. On the anterior side you have a gap between the arcuate pubic ligament or the anterior pubic ligament as well as the perineal membrane, and below what you have the perineal membrane. So this is a deep perineal space. Now we'll look at the shape or at the boundaries of the perineal membrane, which looks quite a bit like the triangle shape with the apex upwards, base downwards, and there are two lateral sides. So the apex is made up of the arcuate pubic ligament. Apex is made up of the arcuate pubic ligament. On the lateral sides there are the istiopubic ramus, and the base or the posterior side is having the perineal body. You can see the perineal body, and it is continuing with the transverse perineal ligament. It is continuous with this transverse perineal ligament. Okay, perineal membrane, it looks like a triangle shaped structure with the apex upwards and the base downwards, and lateral side is the istiopubic ramus, and the anterior apex is the arcuate pubic ligament with the base as the perineal body and the transverse perineal ligament. Okay. So what is this transverse perineal ligament? When the arcuate pubic ligament or the arcuate ligament attached to this ligament, in the sense, so when the arcuate pubic ligament will get attached to this perineal membrane, it becomes a tuft-like structure, and that is called as the transverse perineal membrane. So we'll write the boundaries of the perineal membrane. So second one is the perineal membrane. So second one is the perineal membrane. As I said, it looks like a triangle with the apex and base downwards and the two lateral sides. So it has a apex, it has a base as well as lateral sides. Okay, so apex is made up of the arcuate ligament. The base is made up of the perennial body, and finally each two lateral sides are made up of the ischiopubic ramus. It is made up of ischiopubic ramus. Okay, so we are done with the perineal membrane. The third one which we will be going to discuss is the superficial perineal space. Superficial perineal space. You can remember it as PIA. Okay, now we'll be studying about the superficial perineal space, and so we'll be seeing the structures present above. The one thing which has got included is that posterior side is present in the superficial perineal space, and on the each side then comes on the anterior side what are present, what is the boundary, and on the posterior side finally what is present below. Okay, these are the structures passing through the superficial perineal space. Above there will be perineal membrane. I'll write it and show it in the diagram. So perineal membrane. On the each side there will be ischiopubic ramus, and the anterior side there is a space kind of thing which has the scrotum in it, and the penis, and the anterior abdominal wall. So on the anterior side there is scrotum, penis as well as the anterior abdominal wall. On the posterior side you can see that the perineal membrane as well as the coalesce fascias are fused. So the perineal membrane as well as the coalesce fascia are fused, and below you can find the coalesce fascia. So that's it about this video. So in the next video we'll be studying about the contents of the deep perineal as well as the superficial perineal membrane. Hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.